Hello, this is Austin Cliff, your fifth favorite Pawpaw YouTuber at Creme Dementia on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. I'm hovering just below 1,000 subscribers, and it would be great to finally meet that benchmark. So thank you for smashing that subscribe button. We will be back with the third annual Pawpaw Festival in Pawpaw, Illinois this year, pawpawfest.org, and we'd love to get you out there as a volunteer to help make it our best one yet. We'll be back with more activities, speakers, contests, and food trucks this year, and we could use your help to make it all run smoothly. So please reach out at pawpawfest.org/volunteer to get involved. Like and follow the Pawpaw Festival and Pawpaw, Illinois Facebook page, and share the third annual Pawpaw Festival in Pawpaw, Illinois Facebook event invite. I'm also executive director of the newly minted Pawpaw Foundation here in DeKalb, started by my friend and co-conspirator Sean Beck. It is a 501c3 devoted to pawpaw outreach, education, and planting to raise the profile of the humble fruit in our region where it is less known here in northern Illinois. We have a number of pawpaw plantings under our belt, and we can also use your help in being a volunteer to do site maintenance, and in the spring of 2027, help us do larger pawpaw plantings and care for them. So please visit pawpawfoundation.org/get-involved. To get involved there, sign up for our mailing list, and like and follow the Pawpaw Foundation Facebook page for updates and events. And I'll be sharing information about it here as well. Today we're going to go on a site visit to the Glidden Homestead here in DeKalb, where we planted pawpaws way back in July of 2024 using a barrel-style method inspired by a treatise on the pawpaw by James A. Little. We also planted another tree there earlier this year from the DeKalb Township 250 Trees for Tomorrow initiative, which continues through spring of 2027. So visit DeKalb Township Facebook and website for more info about that. Come on along, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the site maintenance that we have to do at these locations. We're here at the historic Glidden barn, where barbed wire was invented and manufactured. And we've got some pawpaws back there, and they need watering. It's pretty dry. We've got the Alborland hose here, so let's get to it, shall we? We'll take a look here first. There's a nice little bench. And 3 barrels full of pawpaws planted in July of 2024. We'll get a closer look in a minute. We're going to hook up the hose. On the west side of the Glidden Homestead is the spigot. So we've got the hose hook up here. Put this back on a little bit later. You could use these hoses to water here. These pawpaws need watering. We're entering a dry spell. That's one of the aspects of care we need to make happen here with the different plantings that we've done. So the nice thing about the Alborland hose is it's lightweight, it's easy to wind up, and I can put it in the car. I've got it wound into the bucket with a little bit of slack at the business end. We can walk this out. See, it just works nicely. And this is just about long enough to reach any of our plantings that have a spigot. Seems like we're pretty short here, but remember, this is the Alborland hose, so it stretches to 20 times its normal size or whatever it actually is. But it'll get us there. It has in the past. Have faith. This could be like a commercial for them, perhaps. All right, so we'll pick up excess slack here. We'll turn that on. And as you can see, it's growing. Ugh, the horribility. Okay, so as it gains length here, we can kind of walk it out again. You might notice this is actually 3 Al Borland hoses of different lengths, all back to back. The one to rule them all and that will reach all of our plantings is 200 feet in length, and we'll look at that in a bit. Oh, it's on. Turn it off. All right, so we'll just drag it out. This is looking pretty healthy. Had a branch breakage, unfortunately, but so it goes. I'll collect some more of that slack up there. But we'll get this going. This is on shower setting, and we're just going to flood the inside of the barrel. The barrel plantings were a product of a treatise on the pawpaw by James A. Little from, I believe, 1905. They seem to work pretty well for protecting the trees and acting somewhat as a mulch, as well as a sunshade for rather full sun locations. But we'll be removing these barrels, I think, in the spring. We'll probably come through and do a heavy layer of mulch here, as well, as it looks like what we have put down is has been pretty well absorbed, and that's one of the things that we could use help with. So Pawpaw Foundation has done a bunch of these plantings, but we can use a hand doing more and also maintaining what we've planted. So moving mulch, doing some watering, that sort of thing. If that's something that interests you, as well as planting more trees, please get in touch with us. So we're going to give these about a 15-minute soak. And the nice thing about this historic barn, it's one of the only ones that I know that is next door to a Burger King. So I'm going to get my Impossible Whopper on. Here we see the Glidden Homestead Prairie Garden in front of the barn. And for those of you wishing for me to hurry things up, we'll have it your way, because I forgot to take my phone out of time lapse after this shot. We're soaking each of these barrels for a good 15 minutes, and thank you to Jacob Hansen for the bench. The hose that will reach all of our plantings is the 200-foot Hydrotech expanding hose, available at Menards and wherever fine hoses are sold. This tallest tree in the south barrel was sourced from the DeKalb 250 Trees for Tomorrow program and planted earlier this spring by me. It was showing a little bit of sun scald, but overall pretty healthy, and closer in size to the other 2 trees in these barrels. While this gets a good soak, I'm going to head over to the country store to kill a little time. Because of course I need quadraphonic train sounds and organ music on LP. This tallest tree in the corner barrel is a grafted selection of mine called Albie R. The rest of the trees are seedling trees, and I'll have a key to their parentage eventually in a blog entry at pawpawfoundation.org. To collect up the hose, shut it off at the spigot and let it drain into a barrel. Once it's empty, gather it into the bucket with some of the business end hanging out. We'll visit another location next time. Thanks for watching.